Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. I am Katia with Lunar Sun Creations, and welcome to part 2 of the Gnome's Snow Day. If you've missed part 1 of the tutorial where we constructed the album and the pages, or the walkthrough of the album so you know what the heck it is that we're making, I will link those down below. Okay, so in this part we are going to decorate the entire album with the pattern paper. I am using my Gnome Snow Day paper collection that is available on my Etsy shop right now. But you can use whatever paper you so desire, but I think this is super cute. And just for the sake of time, I didn't want this video to be 3 hours long, so I have done much of the pattern paper on already. But there's a few different things that I'd like to show you in spots where we're adding a swing tab or we're adding magnets in certain ways, etc. So let's get into it. Okay, so on the first page, I'm just gonna go slow and show you what I've done in case you wanted to do the same. So I've just got white on the insides just for photos. Here you could do a little bit of, journaling about what the photos are about. Okay, so that is page 1. I do plan on putting some kind of little sticker or something down here just to hide the legs of the deer that are sticking out. Okay, and then over here I've got the little village scene with a little border strip. Open it up, and just some simple red and some places for writing. Same on the back. The hearts with some border strips. I am going to use the cut aparts to embellish this further. And then we've got this super cute little deer and the bunny over here with some border strips again. On this side, we've got the striped pattern and just the green, and then the green again. And just wanted to show you with this part, when you're putting something into a pocket, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you should go at least, ½ inch to 1 inch into the pocket itself, just so the tags don't get stuck. So let's put that one on now. I find what takes the longest in all of my albums is deciding what paper to use where, so I didn't want you to have to suffer through my indecision processes. I was originally going to ink all the edges with the distress ink, but I ended up changing my mind and I decided not to do that. So I still have to get some tags to put in the pocket there. And then when we open it up to this side, so I've got one of the cut aparts here, and then open it up, and I've got another one of the large cut aparts in place for journaling here, and then just a one of the border strips on that side and the red. Okay, and then, so I'm trying to make it so the pages match, so I wanted this to kind of carry forward onto this side. So the actual pull out is where I have that paper, and I wanted to put this paper here. However, this is still open and kind of flaps around a little bit, so I thought that I would use some kind of one of the cut aparts to put here with a magnet here so that this stayed closed. Okay, so I'm going to use this Let It Snow Somewhere Else from the cut aparts page, and I'm just going to fussy cut it out and then back it on chipboard. Okay, so I've got it backed on some chipboard now. So now we kind of place it where we want it. So we know we want a magnet on this edge. So I'm going to put a little piece of score tape. And place 2 magnets on that score tape. Okay, and now remove this piece of paper that we haven't put down yet. Your little folder or whatever is still in place in the belly band. And then we're just gonna kind of line this up where we want it to adhere that second magnet. Okay, so there's the magnet there. Now we can put this piece of paper on. And just so I'll show you the folder while I'm here. So I've got just some kind of paper piecing. I've got this little image down there. You can put a photo here or you can journal, and then just some like paper piecing just to keep it interesting. The back is just plain blue. So I'm gonna put this piece of paper on. Okay, fabulous. And now put this back into the belly band. And now we're gonna back this with some black cardstock so that you can't, when you open this up, it doesn't show as cardboard, you know, or a chipboard. Okay, so I'm just gonna back it in some black. You could also do it in pattern paper. Let's do it in pattern paper, actually. Okay, I'm gonna back it in this stripes here. So I'm just gonna glue it down and then cut it out. Okay, so make sure to glue it down on the back side so that you've got the patterned part showing. Okay, and now I'm just gonna cut this out. Okay, so now we've got the stripes on the back. So now we can add adhesive to this area, and then the magnet will let us know where it's supposed to go. Here, I'll bring that down a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so I'm just going to put some adhesive. I'm going to do both some, this might not be strong enough. I might put some actual glue on there as well, actually. Okay, and then as you kind of hover it over, the magnet will tell you where it's supposed to go, and then just press that down and then wait for that to dry. We still have our I'm gonna open this up for a second. There we go. Okay, so now I can take this folder out, and then we can put our piece for our belly band in there. So this one, you have to be really careful that it doesn't adhere before it's in place. Okay, so we're going to kind of lift this up and slide this in. And the tricky part is just to like, I kind of put my hand in there just so it's got like a barrier between the cardstock so it doesn't adhere before you want it to. And then once it's in place, then you can push everything down. Okay, and then we can put this back in. And then when this closes up, it magnetizes. Okay, so there's that page done. And then we open it up, and over here, we've got some of the hearts and then our little waterfall. So I just decorated the front of the waterfall and then in between each of them, and then the stripes down here just at the bottom. So I left it open for photos. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some kind of embellishment here as well, just so to kind of show that it opens. Over here, so I'll open this part up first. So I've got the stripes and then just some places for journaling, and then the big, one of the bigger parts from the papers. I just love these little animals. I think they are absolutely adorable. So you wouldn't want to cover them up, so I wanted to make sure that there was lots of places for photos. All 4 of these are just blank for photos. So those close back up, and now my idea with this is that I've got one of the cut-aparts on black cardstock, and then I've got 2 magnets underneath the cardstock. So you put the magnets on first, and then put the black cardstock. And what I'd like to do is have it be kind of a magnetic closure that you just remove to open these. And then I'm just going to place this down where I want it to go. Try and keep it even, top and bottom and left and right. That's pretty close, I think. And that will adhere those two magnets. Okay, so we've got two magnets underneath the black cardstock and then two magnets here. Now we can put our pattern paper on this part. All right, and then that will just sit on top like that. Okay, and then onto the next page. So here, I wanted to do a swing tab because this doesn't have any magnets. So I wanted to have a swing tab up here to keep this closed. So I'll just kind of go through this part slowly. Just got one of the tiny cut aparts there. And I just decorated part of this. So only where the magnets are or something needed to be covered. The rest of it I just left blank for photos because I didn't want it to get too bulky. We'll still have to put some tags in the pocket there. And then, so here, I want to, what am I going to use for a swing tab? I have to figure that out. Okay, so I'm going to use this little bunny in the circle. So I'm just going to fussy cut him out. Fussy cutting is not my strong suit. I don't enjoy it. I don't know why I struggle with it so much. Okay, so there's my bunny. And now I want to back him on a chipboard as well. So I'm going to glue him down and cut him out. Okay, so once we've got our little guy on chipboard and we've got a hole punched in him, we're going to put this piece of paper there. Okay, so open this up. Excellent. And now we'll put this little guy where we want him to be and make a mark in the paper where we need to put a hole. And now, because I don't want it to go all the way to the other side and have the tines here, I am going to kind of put my hand, because these are still open, so I'm going to put my hand in here and poke a little hole. So it's just going through the pattern paper and the first layer of your page, so it's not going through all the way to the back. If you have closed these pages, then you can go all the way through and you'll have to add a little sticker or something to cover that up. So now I'm going to grab a brad. Okay, and put the brad through the little chipboard piece and then through the hole you've created, and you'll have to open the tines on the inside of the page. I'm going to put a little piece of score tape there just to kind of hold them in place. Okay, and now that will swing around and close that. So now we've got a little swing tab. We could have put a magnet on there, but I'm okay without it. I mean, I don't think it's gonna flop around. No, it'll stay pretty good. Okay, so that is that page. And I think that's everything. Yeah, so you can just use all of the extra pieces and the little fussy cuts and all of these things to like further decorate your album. I'm gonna do that, but you don't need to watch me put on all those little pieces. Make it your own. So you'll notice that I have left these two sides empty. Well, I actually did put pattern paper on, as you can tell, and then realized that I needed them empty, so I took it back off. And then on the cover, So this is what I've got so far, just blue there, stripes on the sides, and this pattern on the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip it closed. And then I'm going to use this closure to close it. Now, if you don't have a closure like this, I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about this. I got this from eBay. I'll try to find the link for it so you can get them as well. I've had it in my stash for a very long time, so I'm going to put that on the front. You could do a ribbon closure. You could do, I mean, there's a lot of ways to close this. I think a clasp would probably work best. Or you could have one of the larger cut-aparts up here and have it glued to one side and magnets, a couple magnets on the other side. That will also work. Okay, but this is what I'm going to do. So I've already placed it on there. I've marked where my holes are going to go. So now I just have to punch out those holes and then add this with some brads. So the clips were just so I had it closed in so I could get the clasp in place. So now I'm going to punch my holes. Okay, and now we can add our clasp. I'm just going to get some brads out. What is it, buddy? What? Okay, so now we can put this on, open the tines on the back. And on the other side. What? What's the matter? I don't know if you can hear Zuri, but he's talking, sounding so forlorn. What is it, buddy? Come see Mom. All right, now I want to make sure to put score tape over these tines so that they don't move. And then we can add our paper to the inside here. Okay, so I'm going to get my pattern paper. Just going to use the simple light blue. I'm going to remove the backing from these little bits and put her on. Okay, there we go. Now we can close her up. And all you need to do is any further embellishing that you would like to do. A really good idea that I find is to put, if you have like large double-sided tape or like adhesive sheets, I put it on the entire back of the sheet, and then when you cut it out, it's already a sticker and you can just slap her on. So I'm going to embellish further with some of my cut-aparts and the fussy cutting and put some tags in the pockets, and that's it. You're done. You're good. You finished the album. And I'm so proud of it. I think it is super, super cute. It's not a really complex album, but I think it is quite awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm going to have at least one more coming, hopefully within this month, and some more Christmas cards as well. Okay, I love you all. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you again very soon. Please consider hitting that like button if you did enjoy this tutorial, and the subscribe one is a good one too. You can hit that one too. All right, I will see you later. Bye.